WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro, I'm Fearon Derry, and hey, buddy.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing all right. How about you?
It's going. That's for sure. It's definitely going somewhere.
We don't know, but we know it's going.
Yeah, something like that. I was gonna say, I saw you were going into your bag. I was like, is he starting with the drawing already? But no, you're actually
Grabbing a pen to annotate.
grabbing a pen to
Annotate my notes.
to annotate your notes, to note your notes.
More to just write down comments pertaining to some of the news stories that I can bring up.
And the things that you can't say over the air.
Well, that too, but
Yeah, of
I could just
course.
tell you that during the break.
And you certainly have on quite a few occasions, to say the least. So, yeah, well, we've got pay-per-view going on tomorrow, so we'll be definitely talking about that, and we'll get our predictions certain to go wrong coming up in the hour here. Also, well, I guess we'll get this out of the way since it occurred last Saturday evening. Your boy.
Yes.
Had a little... well, he looked...
He survived. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, CM
He
Punk...
survived
yeah.
barely, but he survived. He shouldn't have. He should have gotten knocked out, most likely. The fact that... I don't know how I feel, because I'm happy he didn't get knocked out, but the way Jackson was, almost doing it nonchalantly, just...
Yeah, what we're referencing is, of course, CM Punk and his UFC fight last Saturday night, losing to Mike Jackson by unanimous decision. So it went the distance. All three judges scoring the fight 30-26 in favor of Jackson. Punk suffering a bloody nose in round one, but also scored a late takedown. Jackson was able to get back on his feet following the takedown, and then Jackson connecting with a right hand in the second round and ended up on top of Punk and further bloodied him with additional punches. Punk remained in the guard for the last couple of minutes of the second round and took a lot of punishment. And then in the third round, Punk looked a little out of breath, a little gassed, and ate a big left hand from Jackson less than 2 minutes in.
Yeah, ref should have stopped the fight. I don't understand what the ref was doing either, because he was obviously, he was protecting himself, but he was still he was eating some major punches. I feel like the ref should have just TKO,
Well, Punk did connect with a right hand of his own, but it didn't seem to have much behind it. Punk also went for a high knee that missed. Jackson controlled the rest of the round and appeared to be toying with Punk, though Punk ended up on top of Jackson at the very end of the round. But, yeah, it didn't quite go so well, and I guess this leaves people to wonder, all right, what's next for CM Punk?
We know he's going to be at a signing in September, but that's really about it.
Yeah, I mean, he did address his loss via social media this past Sunday morning.
As well
saying,
did a few other people. Yeah. Ugh.
Tugging at the collar. Well, his was a little bit more upbeat. Saying, quote, "You win some, you lose some. I'm 1-1 this week, and I'll take it. Thanks to my team, my family, my friends, and the fans. Wouldn't be here without any of you. Respect to @TheTruth Jackson. Thanks for the fight. You only live once, and ... I'm alive." And the 1-1, of course, referring to the legal battle that was going on. We talked about that last week, and you have to wonder how much of that may have played a factor in his training and his mindset heading into that fight.
Yeah, probably. It most likely had a bit of an effect, but still.
Yeah, not exactly.
Really only means he would have. It really probably only means that, but like he would have just did a little bit better. He definitely probably wouldn't have won. Still, he just wouldn't have eaten as
more
many.
competitive.
Maybe not. Maybe he just would have eaten less punches. But he seemed gassed within the first round, maybe second round. I don't know. And that kick, ugh. Stop twirling around. If you're going to throw the kick, just throw the kick, but you don't have to follow through all the way. I don't even have that much experience in fighting, but I would know never give a chance to turn your back to an opponent. Jeez. Oof.
So yeah, there's that. And speaking of the lawsuit and Dr. Amen, I don't know if you heard about this. I was looking all this week trying to find the drop from the movie Clue, because this is the probably one and only time that I'd be able to pull it up and utilize it here. Thank you, Tim Curry. And you're laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
There's so many lines. I'm not sure.
Well, in referencing Professor Plum. You know what? You know what doctors aren't supposed to do with their lady patients. Yeah, he did. Yes, that was, and the reason being, court records show that WWE physician Chris Amen had a romantic relationship with a WWE wrestler while she was under his care. Dun dun dun. That's right. Amen confirmed during a hearing related to the defamation lawsuit he filed against CM Punk and Colt Cabana that he had a romantic relationship with Jillian Hall. You have a puzzled look on your face.
She hasn't been with the roster in years. Like, she wasn't with the roster when this whole thing originally happened. So he's just bringing stuff up that, like...
Well, I don't know how it was brought into the whole deposition. I mean, I am not a legal expert by any means. But I mean, it came across as something. Maybe it was just a little bit more mudslinging that wasn't really as much mudslinging as it was airing of dirty laundry, I suppose.
If you have the chance, because I actually got to listen to Colt Cabana did a great thing with his Art of Wrestling podcast. Obviously, he waited until the trial was over, but like after each day, he would sort of just audio log his thoughts and what he felt like was going on and like his mindset and all that stuff. It's really a fascinating listen to. As soon as you're done listening to us, I feel like it's a really good listen. And he also goes through like everything that happened that day and how much time like the lawyers took and everything. And it was humorous. It was also like it was very much a roller coaster of emotions because he sort of went through what he was going through in a sense.
So he kind of took you along that journey with him. After
every single day, he would do an audio log, and then obviously he waited until after the trial was over to like just
to release all of it.
Don't want to get in trouble again with the podcast. Ho ho ho!
Yeah, exactly. Now, Jillian Hall also confirmed the nature of their relationship to David Bixenspan, who wrote a story for the matter on Deadspin.com.
Bixenspan.
Yeah. Hall stated that the relationship occurred while Amen was the traveling doctor overseeing the Raw brand, which she was a part of. Bixenspan reports that WWE had a single doctor touring with each brand at the time, and WWE's statement to Bixenspan was, quote,
"And boy, was he single."
Oh, boy. That was good. It just threw me for a loop. Not the first time. WWE's statement to Bixenspan was, quote, "We were not aware of this. We are investigating the matter and will determine if any action is warranted."
Probably not. She doesn't work with them anymore. I'll go out on a limb and say, like, you're going to fire the dude. Like, okay, maybe give him a stern talking to, but, like, this was... wasn't like he did anything Weinstein-esque. He just had a romantic relationship.
Well, when you have a doctor-patient relationship, like to also have a romantic relationship, that's the part that's frowned upon. I mean, if she wasn't under his medical care, nobody would think twice about it. But that is the part that's that's more so the issue.
Fair enough, but still, like, I feel like if she was still employed with the company, even if they weren't together anymore, I feel like if she was still employed with the company,
it would be a bigger deal.
Like, I feel like, yeah, that might be more grounds for termination, but this was just something that, I'm not saying it's not a big deal, just, oof. She hasn't been with the company since, like, 2009, maybe, 2010.
Was it that long ago?
It's been a while.
Just flies on by here.
Maybe, I don't know how much... I don't know how long she was... Like, she definitely wasn't on TV for a while.
Let's see. She was released from her WWE contract November of 2010. So that's almost 8 years ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, she should be reprimanded. I don't know what the necessary action would be. I don't think he should get fired.
And looking here at, not too long before she got her release, she actually had gotten married about 2 months before her release. And
if she were to come out and say that, I think Eamon had something to do with me getting fired, then I think it would be more of a
thing.
Yeah. At least that's my personal opinion.
Fair enough. Let's see. Well, I think now's a good time to take care of a little bit of business. Then we'll get to Ed from Northeast Philly on the other side of the timeout here. I want to let you know that the place to get action figures, replica title belts, sports memorabilia, banners, and more is George's Cards and Collectibles, where coming up today, and just starting in just a little over 45 minutes from now, or a little under, I should say, from 1 until 3 o'clock this afternoon, former Phillies and Mets baseball star Lenny Dykstra will appear at the Neshaminy Mall Cards and Collectibles show. So start heading over now. You can put $14.90 on in the car.
Yeah,
that's for those who were getting their keys and making their way out.
Yes.
Well, actually, exactly. George's has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and their newest location in the Oxford Valley Mall on the second level next to Charlotte Roos. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. So we'll come back. We'll get into some money in the bank. Also, some more hilarity and hijinks to look at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hello, I'm Dan Breen of Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. And I'm out here on the Delaware with a bunch of other folks. Hey, guys!
Hey, Dan!
And we're having the time of our lives. Listen, if you haven't been to Bucks County River Country, you don't know what you're missing. We've got tubing, canoeing, kayaking, rafting, and our tiki-style Riverside Cafe to whet your palate. You'll have loads of fun with the family, friends, or even a company outing. See for yourself. Check out our webcam at rivercountry.net. And while you're there, make your reservations online. Discounts are available for groups of 20 or more. Remember, the average water temperature is 80 degrees, and it's so easy to get here. We're just 8 miles north of New Hope, Pennsylvania. Don't miss out on the most fun you could have this summer. Come to Bucks County River Country, the world's river tubing capital. Hey, Holmes, we love to see you wet.
Buy your season pass for Bucks County River Country online today at rivercountry.net. That's rivercountry.net, or call 215-297-5000.
When someone hears the words, "you have cancer," it's one of the darkest moments in their life. Light the Night brings light to the darkness of cancer by uniting survivors, patients, and supporters in the cause to end cancer. We form a community of hope, raising funds in support of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The discoveries made by LLS-supported research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. When we walk, cancer runs. Join the movement to end cancer today. Visit us at lightthe.night.org.
Next time you head down the shore, make Keenan's Irish Pub your favorite spot. Located in the heart of North Wildwood, Keenan's Irish Pub is 25,000 square feet of wall-to-wall fun. There's live entertainment 7 days a week and an extensive menu that even features sushi. So grab a nice cold drink, listen to some live music, and enjoy a fantastic time at Keenan's Irish Pub. Keenan's is located at 113 Old New Jersey Avenue in North Wildwood, where all the neighborhoods still meet.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
Breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry and Lucas Twitch DeSangro here. And
Hey.
Hey?
I was just saying hey.
Oh. Okay. That works. I got nothing. I don't know.
Wow. It's a first.
Everybody's got their off day, I suppose.
Yeah. Mine come a lot more often than most.
Yeah. Yours are the ones that end in Y.
Yes.
There we go. Nice rebound on my part. All right, let's take a look at the...
Really only because I lobbed it to you, but...
Yeah,
I assisted in my own put down. What is happening?
I don't know. I just seemed to hit that one about as well as all the Brewers did last night.
Ooh.
Too soon?
No.
They'll
good.
They'll hopefully be able to rebound later today, and you can hear Phillies on deck right here at 3:35 here on 1490 WBCB. Shameless plug. All right, let's get to Ed from Northeast Philly, checking in with a look at the local scene. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. Hot enough for you out there?
I like the summertime. I'm okay with the heat.
Yeah, 90 tomorrow, and it's supposed to be 90 all weekend.
If anyone knows me, I am a heat magnet.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You most certainly are.
Don't quit your day job.
What day job?
He's got a point.
Anyway, Great Venture, Six Flags Great Venture is having pro wrestling this afternoon.
No kidding.
They're having Mick Foley, Billy Gunn, Jerry Lawler, Ryback, and Jack Swagger.
Huh. The Wrestle and Ride event. Interesting.
Yes. They're having, the way I'm reading it, it starts at 2:30.
Well, there's, I mean, that's where they have a meet and greet.
I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's I'm looking here, pulled up from the Six Flags website. So from 2:30 to 4:30, there's an opportunity for a photo and autograph with Ryback, Jack Swagger, Mick Foley, Jerry Lawler, and Billy Gunn. Combo tickets will be available that include ringside seating plus the autograph from the wrestlers for $100. And then, they also have a few other things here, and then there's also discount theme park admission for the day, which includes general admission into the event. So there's a few different things going on, and then the actual event itself is that's starting at 5 and going until 7, featuring the different wrestlers there as part of the Wrestle and Ride, and it's going on in the Movie Town Arena in Six Flags. Interesting.
I hope they hit under a tent.
Well, I mean, it's in an indoor venue within the park compound there within the park. So it'll be no, they're definitely not wrestling out. It's not going to be one of those wrestling outdoor type things.
Yeah, you don't see them much anymore.
No, they're definitely a rare breed. That is for sure.
It's hard to do when it's like there's like thunderstorms listed or heat like today.
Yeah, wrestling with rain involved is certainly another concern that it's pretty common across the board whenever you're worrying about an outdoor venue or outdoor event. But thankfully, they don't have to worry about that.
There's also wrestling at the Homestead Boys Club today with New Moon Rising.
Ah, yes, New Moon Rising. That's
I just
that's
got
over
that
in.
confirmed today. Wasn't sure if they were going to have it. I didn't see anybody putting posters up in the neighborhood.
I was going to say, your guess is as good as mine on that one.
Yeah. There will be a show tonight there.
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah. That's I'm just kind of taking a look here, and I mean, from everything that's coming across here, they looks like they are. As far as I know, they're set for 6 o'clock tonight. I see Rory Gulak just tweeted something about it. Yeah, he's taking on King Blackie tonight.
WSU is in Wikis with a 7:30 p.m. bell time.
A lot of options this weekend.
Yeah. Kira Hogan, Mercedes Martinez, and Tessa Blanchard with Sea Bunny.
Oh, Sea Bunny she's awesome.
Yes.
And I think that Kira Hogan is part of Impact. I think so.
I believe so, yes.
That's probably where I heard that name then.
Yeah, she is with Impact, and she's also the reigning Women's Superstars Uncensored Spirit Champion.
Wow, that's a lot of words.
Reading, PA, or I'll get to that next week. We have some time yet for that.
Of course.
Yeah. I thought that was June. I can't even read my writing sometimes. I put it all together in a hurry. That's what I get.
Yeah, the rush notes and inability to read one's own handwriting. I think we've all been there at some point.
Me especially.
And
okay.
Okay. Were you expecting me to follow up with that one, or?
No, it threw me for a loop. That's all. You've been doing a lot of that today.
I'm just full of surprises sometimes, you know.
Carmella is going to be in New Jersey at the end of next month. July 28th at the Adventure Lane store. Luke Gallows, Anderson, and Carmella starting at 11 a.m.
That's just a whole jam-packed thing there.
And I've seen something about Seth Rollins, but I can't find it now. July 7th in Freehold at 11 a.m. at I Play America.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a mess today.
Apparently it's contagious.
Yeah.
Man, blame it on the heat, I suppose.
Spread through the phone lines and spread through the radio lines.
Yeah. As opposed to Milli Vanilli, who blamed it on the rain.
Or at least they got it from someone who blamed it on the rain.
That too.
Did you hear about a fundraiser being in Westchester next week?
I didn't.
At West Goshen Fire Company.
I know West Goshen has been notable for something else not too long ago, but that's about all I got for that.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that. And ECWA is at the Showboat Hotel with Eddie Hart, Joe Blackheart, and Joe Casey.
That should be a goodie as well. At least I sure hope so. Nah, it definitely will. Who am I kidding?
Teddy Hart always adds something interesting to whatever show he's on. So whether that be cats or moonsaulting off of steel cages, you know you're in for a show.
Cats?
And that's about
he breeds cats. You didn't know?
No, I guess I better call somebody.
No, those are dogs.
Who let the dogs out?
I have no idea. All right, anything else you got here for us, Ed?
That's it.
All righty. Well, we do appreciate the look at the local scene as always, and we'll catch up with you next week for more fun here. A lot of stuff going on tonight. That's for sure.
Yes, indeed.
And then also there's this Friday night.
Yeah. The good old. It is approved, factory approved.
That is definitely the name of it. Yeah, it's going to be down at the. What?
No, it's. I'm sorry. It was just for some reason I found that really funny. Yep, that's definitely the name of it. Usually when we're promoting stuff, I just never heard it. You know. We get ready for WrestleMania. Yeah, that's definitely the name of it. Okay. That works.
Trying something different, I guess. I don't know. Or it just happened to be the words that happened to just flow from my brain to my mouth. I don't know.
Oh, I run into that problem a lot.
That is not inaccurate either.
Yep.
But yes, that is going to be coming up on this Friday, June 22nd. At the MFPW factory approved. You'll see a very interesting mixed battle as you have Clutch Adams and Miranda Vinette taking on the newly signed to Ring of Honor LSG, Leon St. Giovanni, and his girl, Gabby Ortiz.
Yes.
In a mixed tag match that is definitely been broiling over the course of the last month or so.
That is an understatement. They have, well, LSG and Clutch have just really been at each other's throats, especially because Gabby cost Clutch, winning the title for a third time, and he'd be second time. I'm trying to remember how many. He's only been one time heavyweight champion, correct?
Correct.
All right, so I don't know why.
I thought you meant on 3 different occasions she cost him the title.
No, I thought he was going to be a 3-time champion for some. There's only one person right now that is a 3-time champion of the heavyweight champion of the MFPW, and that would be Punishment Martinez.
Mm-hmm. Also with Ring of Honor.
Yes.
Let's see. You'll also see at the event Nicholas Camarado taking on Soriano of Primal Fear, and the other members of Unstable and Primal Fear. Unstable putting the MFPW tag team titles on the line against Primal Fear's Omen and Gabriel.
It's gonna be a intense night of action.
And then the Supersonic champion Royal Money defending against Falaba. Yeah, all that and much more. That is this coming Friday, the 22nd. The MFPW factory approved. Doors open at 7:30. The action starts at 8. You can get your tickets online at monsterfactory.org or at the door.
Yes.
Good stuff.
We really coasted through that one, didn't we?
Nothing has been a coast for me today, that's for sure.
Agreed.
Nor has it been coast to coast in the case of LSG and Shaheem Ali.
You know it.
Yeah, I most certainly do. Although something else that certainly was anything but a coast was the battle between the New Day and the Elite.
Yes, I was catching a little bit of that this morning.
At E3 in Los Angeles. It ended with a lot of tears, but not for the reason that you would think. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks facing off against Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston in a team battle exhibition live at E3 2018 playing Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
Ooh.
And then there's me, who the last Street Fighter I played was Street Fighter II.
And then there's Maud.
Yeah, pretty much. The trash talking kicked off right away between the two teams. Matt Jackson saying that the Bucks would virtually super kick New Day back to WWE's mid-card.
Yes. Quite the entertaining war of words.
Yeah. Nick Jackson went up first against Kofi, but was met with defeat. Next up was...
He got swept
by
Kofi. Oh, my gosh.
Next up was Kenny against Big E, and Omega swept their battle with ease. And then the final round, Xavier Woods against Matt Jackson, and Woods was dominant in their encounter, leading his team to victory. But then Omega challenged Woods to a best-of-5 battle, and it was agreed that the loser would eat a habanero pepper.
Ooh. Ugh.
And after an intense battle, Kenny was victorious.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, gotta love the... Don't get me wrong. Well, I don't mind a little habanero every once in a while, but I don't know about eating the actual pepper.
I guess Kenny dishing out some heat at the end of the match.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. What were you expecting? For me to have some sort of well thought out joke? No, I went for the cheap pop, and it didn't even make a sound. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's about the appropriate reaction.
Perhaps a car crash, but yes.
I figured head desk was more appropriate. Thank you, H.C. Bailey, for that, by the way. Alrighty, and Ronda Rousey. Little interesting story with her now that she's in WWE. She was named the headliner for the UFC Hall of Fame class of 2018.
Ooh.
And that'll be in Chicago. She'll be the first member of the UFC Hall of Fame of a female variety.
That's very good to hear. She definitely was a trailblazer for that division. She pretty much was that division.
Yeah, UFC aired the Hall of Fame announcement video package following CM Punk's loss to Mike Jackson this past Saturday at UFC 225. Rousey did not make an appearance at the show, though she is expected to accept the induction in person at the July 5th ceremony in Las Vegas. And as noted, she is obviously a deserving honoree given her UFC success and everything that she has done for the company as well as the women's division.
Yeah. And just for women in general in pop culture, I mean, you don't have a lot of people to look up to in terms of female action movie stars and just all-around women that are badass.
This is true. And, well, speaking of people that you look up to, I know, got to bring you up and build you up just to break you down, like the song from the late 60s of the same name.
Getting the Ryback treatment?
Well, I don't think you want to be fed more of this. WWE United States Champion Jeff Hardy pleading guilty to driving while impaired charges stemming from his March arrest back in North Carolina. His license was suspended for 120 days during a Caribas County hearing on Monday, and he will also be required to complete an assessment and treatment class and has 120 days to perform 48 hours of community service. So, yeah, he has to complete that community service before he can get his license reinstated. Yeah, the grimace on Lucas's face right now.
So it'll be the first ride-along episode where he has to blow into something first.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you. Oh, I managed to rebound. Oh.
Yes, yeah, the rebound. Oh, goodness. All right. From that note, I guess we should, it is about that time.
I was going to say, we didn't get in trouble for that one, did we? I didn't mean...
No,
I meant like a breathalyzer.
I knew exactly what you meant.
I know you did. I don't
know.
Okay,
no, that's...
we're not going to dump out. Good. Okay.
No, I don't know what you were implying, but I'm sure you'll explain it over the break. Meanwhile, the Hef is back and ready to party at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. What a great segue. Back on tap is the Broken Goblet's traditional Hefeweizen known as Hefner. Come on by tonight for some music from Jake Falana starting around 8:30 and enjoy some of the fantastic brews, including the Blood Orange IPA, Pineapple Sweet Stash, their pineapple wheat beer, the Fall of Risengard, which is a black rye ale, and there's still some left of the Jason Kelsey beer, No One Likes Us, We Don't Care. There's still a little bit of that left on tap as well, so get that before it's gone. Plus, coming up on Saturday, July 14th, the Broken Goblet is celebrating their 3rd anniversary with a giant send-off party to the town they have called home for 4 years and a thank you for another year of peace, hops, and music. It is the event known as Goblet Stock. Ooh. Yes. There'll be live music on the outdoor stage from Medusa's Disco, Basmati Vice, Peace in the City Grease, Memphis Crawl, as well as special guests Rock the Nation, Pennsylvania's premier Kiss tribute band. No Dale Torborg anywhere in sight. Kiss Demon? No? Okay. Nope. WCW reference? No? Okay. Lost you on that?
It's not that you lost me, it's just I refuse to acknowledge it.
Wow.
Not that I'm no-selling you, I'm just no-selling the concept of that, yes.
Plus, there'll be food from Jay's Steak and Hoagie Joint, Meat Wagon Barbecue, and Moondog Sundays. I was going to say, please don't. You made the joke last week.
Yeah, I wasn't going
Okay, just making sure. The party's free to attend, rain or shine, with all beers being $5 each. The list will be at least 35 of the Broken Goblet's varieties. Kids are welcome, and make sure to bring suitable attire for the giant water slide or the potential monsoon. Yeah, it all starts.
Nope, not going to make a joke.
Not making that joke there either?
Because really, to be fair, it was going to be terrible anyway.
Okay. Admission is the first step to recovery. Anyway, it all starts Saturday, July 14th at 3 p.m. That is Goblet Stock, and just a few reasons why it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Coming back, we've got a little bit of something to hear from the list master himself regarding a few different things.
Jericho?
Yeah.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah. There goes that tease. So, yeah, Jericho will be talking about stuff. We'll let you know what on the other side.
Suck.
This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Looking for a new place to unwind after work? Grab a friend and make your way over to the happy hour at the Bluebell Inn in Montgomery County. Enjoy daily happy hour drink specials from 5 to 7 weeknights, plus half-price bar menu favorites like buffalo chicken bites, margarita flatbread, and buck-a-shuck oysters. And stick around for live music every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night on the Bluebell Inn's beautiful outdoor patio. Visit BluebellInn.com or call 215-646-2010 for more information.
Philadelphia Protestant Home is a premier senior living community that offers affordable, quality, independent living, personal care, skilled nursing, and rehabilitation. PPH is located on a beautiful, serene campus within minutes of Bucks County and features a variety of on-site amenities for active lifestyles. Elegant dining services, ice cream parlor, indoor pool and wellness center, bowling alley, computer learning center, greenhouse, bank, market, and coming soon, a pharmacy. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000, or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
As a working mom, juggling a job and a family can be stressful. Learning my daughter is eligible for WIC helps me provide nutritious meals.
I'm eligible.
As a single dad, knowing my son was eligible for WIC was one less thing to worry about.
I'm eligible.
2 years ago, I became a grandparent and a full-time caregiver. Finding out my granddaughter was eligible for WIC let me focus more on her than on my budget.
I'm eligible.
That's right.
Being a foster parent is very rewarding. Knowing our foster children are eligible for WIC really helps with our grocery bill.
We're eligible.
We're going to be parents.
Again.
Being eligible for WIC helps us to give our baby the healthy start he
or she
needs.
The Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program is for eligible pregnant and breastfeeding women and children under age 5. Call 800-WIC-WINS or visit pawic.com to learn more. PAWIC is funded by the USDA. This institution is an equal opportunity provider paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, June 16. On this date in 1992, WCW held its Clash of the Champions 19 Supercard. In the main event, Terry Gordy and Steve Williams defeated the Steiner brothers in an NWA World Tag Team Championship Tournament quarterfinal match. On this date in 1996, WCW held the Great American Bash pay-per-view. In the main event, the Giant pinned Lex Luger to retain the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Dallas, Texas. In the main event, Rene Dupree and Sylvain Grenier defeated Kane and Rob Van Dam by disqualification in a tag team match. On this date in 2013, WWE held its Payback pay-per-view. In the main event, John Cena defeated Ryback in a 3 Stages of Hell match to retain the WWE Championship. This has been Today in Wrestling History, June 16. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And Fearon, Derry, and Lucas, Twitch DeSangro here with you. And Lucas just reminiscing over that 3 Stages of Hell match between John Cena and Ryback.
Yeah, see, that feud, I didn't mind that feud. I enjoyed it, actually. It was just Ryback. Ooh, it's weird to see how much they were pushing him. And then how much momentum he lost. Ooh.
So, I mean, back then, I think I think I know the answer to this already, but Lucas, back then, were you ready to enter hell? You are no-selling the ever-living daylights out of me.
I'm giving you the same answer Stone Cold gave.
Oh, that too.
Which was nothing.
Yeah.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. I said good day. Oh, sorry. No. Getting a little too committed to it.
Yeah, you were. Twitch Wilder over here.
Well, I mean, I do shoot with this. This is the hand I shoot with.
Really, we're going from Willy Wonka to Blazing Saddles?
Would you rather me quote anything else from the movie, Fearon? Because you know I'd get in trouble.
No, we already know that I'm the sheriff of this show, and that's all that need be said about that.
Ooh.
Anyway, Chris Jericho speaking with Inside the Ropes and noting that he won't be working the All In event or the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 special, and here's a little audio from that clip.
If New Japan wanted to do a US show and have you involved, is that more of a difficult thing?
I got asked to do Long Beach. I said no. I got asked to do Cow Palace. I said no. I got asked to do All In. I said no. I don't want to do that. You know, I'm not on, like, you should see how many indie promoters have contacted me over the
last 6 months. Wanted you tonight.
Every night, right? For $50 and a piece of pizza, which is fine. But you guys have to understand, this is not just me going, this is a calculated big money proposition. Big money for me, big money for the company with what we're doing. I'm not going to work anywhere else, unless you want to pay 6 figures. I'm not bragging, but this is where we're at. This is Mayweather, McGregor type for me. Like, I'm not saying I'm making $55 million like those guys did, but for what I'm doing, it's the most I've made for the least amount of matches in my entire career. So it's very calculated. Everything I do has to be very smart. So it's not a matter of just going out and doing indies. And like I said, I always felt like the unwritten rule was I don't want to go into the States. I felt that'd be a real slap in the face to Vince. And, if it ever came down to it and something went down with us, I probably would do a show in the States and we could probably fill the Cow Palace if it was Jericho and Kenny rematch or whatever it may be. All In, I'd love to be a part of that. But A, it's in Chicago. And B, I can't, at the risk of sounding like I can't lower my value by working all these shows. It's picking my spots with the right guys in the right places for the overall, contract that I'm signing. I'm happy for all those guys. I love the fact that they sold out all in 30 minutes. I love the fact they sold out those 2 Long Beach shows. Cow Palace might be going to the well one too many times, especially with not having any matches announced. But I'm doing the same thing with my cruise. I've hit a wall of sales. I'm almost sold out, but I can't get over it. Now I have to start announcing some matches, and maybe we'll go. But yeah, so I'm doing all these different things and enjoying the freedom, but still rooted in the respect for Vince McMahon and the WWE. And I don't want to do anything that goes too far over that line right now.
So there you have it. Chris Jericho, showing that he's being a little bit more selective with his dates.
I really don't blame him. Also, it's a lot easier on his body. It's one of those things, I don't know how much he can handle. I mean, if you think to make a living on the indies, granted, he wouldn't have to do the same thing that a lot of people are, but he's got a point. It's like personal inflation in a sense. The more that Chris Jericho pops up, the more it becomes normalized. Whereas opposed to Chris Jericho, just out of nowhere decides, hey, Kenny Omega, we're fighting at Wrestle Kingdom. And then waits a few more months and goes, hey, Naito, we're wrestling at Dominion.
And just kind of getting it out there well in advance, that sort of thing.
It's kind of a big deal. As opposed to, oh, Jericho's going to be at so-and-so's promotion for the next 5 months. I mean, I could go one of those months. Whereas now it's almost like, I have to see this match. I don't know when he's going to be back.
When or if, and that's something else that he had talked about. I didn't pull up the clip from it, but him not necessarily wanting to have this big, grandiose farewell.
He's always been like that. He's always wanted to just be one of those person. I'm not going to ride off into the sunset. When it's my last match, you won't even know it.
And it'll just be one of those surprise type things.
Yeah, a lot of guys from that era. Same with Big Show. They're not really intent on having that. That swan song sort of thing.
Fair enough. And John from Northeast Philly chiming in on the Pro Wrestling Weekly Facebook fan page. He says, essentially, Y2J is now his own booker and promoter and publicist and rocker and world champion and list maker. The man of 1,001 holds is now also the man of 1,001 titles, except Jericho is the man of 1,004 holds.
Yeah. The man of 1,001 holds is, or I think the man of 1,001 holds is Quackenbush. I forget.
Yeah, no, there's so many different
people that like to. We get it. You grapple. Who am I kidding? I not even meant to bleep on anyone. It's just more of too many.
Yeah, no, Jericho was the 1,004 holds.
Most of them consisting of arm bars. Yet you don't really see him use them that much. You'd think.
What's hysterical is I just typed in 1,004 holds and it went to there is a site that actually has all 1,004 listed.
Oh, that is I don't know. It's hysterical. I also don't know how I feel about being someone who would take the time to read every single one of them when you know for a fact arm bar, arm lock.
The moss-covered three-handled family Gradunzel.
And nobody even knows what that is.
Well, when he does it, you won't expect it then.
But do the announcers know? Does Jim Ross say, oh, that's the moss-covered credenza or whatever the heck you just called it? I don't know.
All right, let's get to predictions. My goodness. Before I throw you in an arm bar. All right, so we've got Money in the Bank. Yes. Money. Oh, my goodness. I would criticize your dancing, but I can't dance any better.
Well, I'm also limited by movement. I'm in a chair. I don't want to make too much noise and start knocking stuff down. God forbid I accidentally knock into poor Ted. I'm looking out for him. He's take care of me, I take care of him. That's what you do as a program director and an employee.
Got a little brown in your nose there. All right, so the kickoff match. The Bludgeon Brothers against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson for the SmackDown Tag Titles.
I have the Bludgeon Brothers.
As do I. Carmella and Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title.
I'm going to say Asuka.
I initially thought Carmella and then crossed it out and wrote Asuka, so that's what I'm going with here. Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title.
Undecided. I'm going to refrain because yeah.
An abstention, okay.
Yes, that's the word.
Interesting. All right, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in Last Man Standing for the WWE Championship.
Nakamura.
Okay, I'm going Styles. All right, finally differ. Roman Reigns against Jinder Mahal.
I don't know how much more they want him to lose. I think I'm going to go Reigns. I wanted to pick Mahal just because, you know what? Yeah, Reigns.
I'm going with Reigns also. Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn.
Sammy.
You're going Sammy. I'm going Lashley. Okay. Seth Rollins and Elias.
I'm probably going to regret it.
Yeah, of course you are.
I always do.
Rollins and Elias for the Intercontinental title.
Rollins.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you on that one. Daniel Bryan and Big Cass.
Big Cass.
I'm going Bryan, and I'm probably going to regret. That's usually how that goes. And then the two Money in the Bank ladder matches. Ladies first. Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Lana, Natalya, Naomi, and Sasha Banks.
Becky. I'm going Becky. I was originally, for the men's, I'm doing one from Raw, one from SmackDown, just in case, but I just want Becky. I just want her to win. Come on, Becky. Come on, Becky. You got this.
Fair enough.
Go on now.
All right. I'm going to go Naomi, and I'm not really sure why.
No, I wouldn't. I sort of want to suggest you change it. Not even to Becky, but like, you don't want to go Alexa or Charlotte or even Ember or...
well, I feel like every time I go to pick Sasha, she loses. And Natalya, Lana, no. I mean,
but then out of
I feel like every time I pick Charlotte, I'm losing.
But you're out. So you're gonna pick. So Naomi, though, out of Lana and Natty, where you just go no, Naomi. I mean, look, we know she won the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, and that was out of nowhere. But like,
well, maybe they're going on that momentum.
But this is something different.
Fine, I'll go with something the same then. I'll pick Charlotte.
Okay.
If Naomi wins, you're getting throttled next week. All right, and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and one of the members of the New Day.
Senior Joe! I
was going to say, is that your pick, or are you just yelling it?
I'm picking Samoa Joe from SmackDown.
Okay.
And then for Raw... Personally, I think if Raw were to win it, my official pick is Balor. But I think either Owens or Balor has, or Joe. Those are the three I would potentially. But my official picks are Joe and Balor.
All right. Since you kind of make up the rules as you go along with it, I'm just for funsies. I'm going to go with Braun.
They always find a way to have him lose. It's weird. Granted, it's a multi-man sort of affair, but.
All right, well, we've got like a minute left thanks to all that, so we've got to quickly get through.
Birthdays!
All right, 3 and 3 coming at you. On this date in 1958, Theodore Arcidi was born, the former WWF wrestler and powerlifter who formerly held the world bench press record at 705.5 pounds. The then world's strongest man, Ted Arcidi, turned 60 today. On this date in 1963, James Fullington was born, the former 5-time ECW heavyweight champion and wrestled a bunch of other places, known as the Sandman, turns 55 today.
Ooh, happy birthday.
And actually, it's 4 and 3. Wow. On this date in 1981, Brigham Paul Dome was born. The former CZW and ROH wrestler Masada turns 37 today.
Oh, Masada.
And 1994, Gazim Selmani was born, the former NXT Tag Champ, first person of Albanian descent to debut in NXT, and better known as Razor of the Authors of Pain, turns 24 today. And then the Brucey bonuses, 3 things outside of the world of wrestling. 39, we've got Billy Crash Craddock, the country music and rockabilly singer. On this date in 1966, Philip Roger Vischer was born. The animator and puppeteer and creator of the VeggieTales turns 52 today. And on this date in 1970, Phil Mickelson, appropriate because it's the U.S. Open weekend, 5-time major pro golf champion. He turns 48 today and might have a chance, an outside chance of winning the Open, but probably not. He's trailing Dustin Johnson by a lot. That's going to do it for me. This